In this video, we're going to go over some incredibly valuable coins that you could potentially retire from. That is how much money these coins sold for. Now, it's completely possible for you to come across a coin that will completely change your life, but I will say it is really unlikely that you do. But if you do, you want to make sure that you're taking the steps in order to not get scammed, don't get ripped off. The last thing you want to happen is to find a coin like one of the ones in this video and you accidentally spend it, or you accidentally sell it to a pawn shop that's not going to give you the amount of money that you actually deserve. That's why I stress on my channel, make sure you're doing your research, make sure you find people that you can trust, because I want to keep giving as much information as I possibly can. If you don't want to miss any video like this, hit the subscribe button. Now let's just jump right into this video. So up first, we have a 1932D 25-cent Washington quarter graded by Pcgs, a mint state 66. If you're new to the channel, the highest grade we can get in grading is 70, and this one's only 4 points away from that perfect grade of 70. Also, do not send your coins off to get graded unless you know it's going to be worth one, your time, and also the money. It can cost a good amount of money to get your coins graded, and a lot of the time it's simply not worth it unless you know that it's going to make it worth it. For example, if this coin was not graded, it would bring a lot less money. This coin sold for $82,250, and this is exactly why. The biggest thing on this quarter is the fact that it's from 1932, which is an incredibly challenging date for the quarter to get. It's important to know that. Also, the market timing. Sometimes the market's going to be hot or it's going to be cold, so when you sell your coins is going to be important. If it's a very stressful time during the economy, not many people are buying collectibles, then your coins are simply going to be worth less money. But if the market's really hot, then people are going to spend a lot of money for that collectible. Also, please know that the chances of you finding a quarter like this in really high condition is going to be really hard, but it is possible, especially if you were handed down a collection from a friend or a family member. If you find a quarter like this out in circulation, chances are it's going to be a little bit beat up and have a little more damage to it. Even in the low grades, you know, the beat up conditions, this quarter from 1932 is still going to be a quarter that you want to keep your eyes out for, because they didn't mint as many of these coins comparatively to other dates around this era. Again, keep your eyes peeled for the 1932D quarter, because this one sold for $82,250. Up next, this is a beautiful 1969S 1 cent double die Lincoln cent graded by Pcgs, a mint state 64 red. The first thing you're going to notice on this coin is the doubling that's happening at the motto at the top, liberty at the left, and the date at the bottom right there. And this coin sold for $126,500, and this is why. So even though it looks like there's a bit of a stain to the top left there of the coin, that's actually some natural toning, and that's okay on a coin. The doubling that you see on the front of the coin occurs during the minting process, and it's a natural error that shouldn't have happened. On the 1969 penny, like this one, the doubling is a bit more dramatic. It's easier to see even with your eyes. You don't need any magnification. Typically speaking, the more obvious and dramatic the doubling is, the more desirable it's going to be, and collectors are going to want to pay more for that specific doubling. It is important to know though that some doubling is really minor and you can only see it under magnification, but collectors still pay more money for those coins as well. So the big thing here is the fact that, you know, if you have a 1969 penny like this, look for the doubling. If you need to get a magnification glass or a USB microscope, please don't spend a bunch of money. You don't need anything crazy. You can go on eBay or Amazon and pick up a loupe or a magnifying glass. I'm not going to try to sell you any of those, but you can spend anywhere from $5 to $25. You know, if you've been collecting for a while now and you want to invest a little more money, you can go ahead and find a higher quality one. That's fine. But the point is, you want to be looking for doubling on your coin, because that's going to bring a lot more money. If this same 1969 penny didn't have doubling, instead of selling for $126,000, it's going to be selling for hundreds of dollars. So keep that in mind. Up next, we have a 1975 10-cent Roosevelt dime graded by Pcgs, a proof 68. So it's important to know that proof coins are almost always minted at the San Francisco Mint, but that's not always the case. You guys are not going to believe me when I tell you how much this coin sold for, but it sold for $456,000, and this is exactly why. So the biggest reason this coin sold for so much money is because it has no S mint mark around the date there. Now, as I've said before, if your coin doesn't have an S mint mark, most of the time it's going to mean that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. If you have a proof coin, by proof coin I mean there is a shiny, lustrous appearance to it. The coin looks different than your typical coin that you find out in circulation. Proof coins, when you look at them, almost have a mirror appearance where you can see reflection. If you have a proof coin in combination with a missing S mint mark like on this coin, you have something incredibly rare and valuable. So this coin typically comes in a proof set with a bunch of other coins that have an S mint mark. When someone found this specific coin, they noticed that all of the other coins had an S S mint mark except this one. That means that this is considered a mint error and it should have never happened. Also remember that this coin graded at a 68, which is only 2 points away from the perfect grade of 70, which is incredible. I can't stress enough how hard it is to get a 68 grade. Most of the time when you grade your coins and they're really nice, they're gonna grade anywhere between 63 and 66 on the top end. Now that is to say if your coin is uncirculated, because if it's circulated, it's gonna grade lower. But again, long story short, on this 1975 Roosevelt dime, you wanna be looking for the no S mint mark as long as it's a proof coin, because this coin sold for $456,000. Here is one of my favorite coins. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I have quite a few favorite coins. Anytime that you have an error like this coin, it's gonna be something that I really do enjoy personally. But enough about me. This coin sold for $138,000, and here's why. So this is a 1999 1-cent Lincoln coin. This one was graded by Pcgs, a mint state 66. Now, when you're first looking at the coin, you can tell that there is a bit of fading going around the edge of the coin there. And the reason why this coin sold for so much is because if you flip the coin over, you can tell this coin was obverse die muled with a Roosevelt dime reverse on a Lincoln cent planchet. This is something incredibly rare. If you ever see anything like this out in circulation, you know, make sure you hold on to it, contact an expert that knows exactly what they're talking about, because the last thing you want to do is come across a coin like this and sell it for a few $100s when in reality, again, this coin sold for $138,000. I offer a free ebook on my channel. All you got to do is click the link down below. You can enter your email address and you get a free ebook that goes over coin handling, grading, and values. But you don't have to do that. Just make sure that you're doing your research, spending the time necessary, and finding someone trustworthy. But let's jump into the next coin here. This is a 1943 cent coin struck on a bronze planchet graded by Pcgs, a mint state 62 brown with a CAC sticker. So when you first look at this coin, you're going to see a bunch of nicks and gashes. That's okay for the mint state grade. Now, this coin sold for $348,000. That's right, $348,000, and here's exactly why. So this coin, typically, if you have a 1943 coin, it should look steel or silver. It should be on a zinc coated steel planchet, but this was a transitional error coin. This should have never been struck on a bronze planchet. Now, please be careful if you ever come across one of these coins and you want to buy it. You know, you saw on my video that it sold for $348,000, and someone online is offering a coin just like this one for, say, $500 or $250. You have to be incredibly skeptical and cautious, because there's people out there that will make counterfeits of this coin and try to sell it to people that don't know what they're doing. Keep the general rule of thumb that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. I do not want anyone that watches my videos to get scammed and ripped off. So if you're on Macari or some sort of online website where you can buy one of these coins and you think that you could buy it and then sell it for a lot more money, please be skeptical. Do your research, do your homework, contact an expert, because there are a lot of fakes of this coin out there. But if you find a true example, just like this person probably did, either out in circulation or in a coin collection, then you just hit the mother lode, because this coin sold for $348,000. All right, here's another double die obverse coin. This one sold for $336,000, which is crazy for a coin from 1958. So this is a pretty challenging coin to come across. Now, a typical 1958 coin is not going to be worth anywhere near this amount of money, but because it has the doubling at the motto at the top, Liberty at the left, and it was graded by PCGS, a mint state 64 red, this coin sold for $336,000. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.